Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm just glad you're here. First thing today, I just want to say thank you to all the channel members. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to anyone who's coming in to check out my EDC and knife content. Thank you, thank you. Today, I'm going to give you my overview review of this new Ticonic, I think it's number one, or Ticonic1. The company is called Ticonic. It's a collaboration between RS Blade Works and Tough Knives. If that sounds familiar, they were the ones that did the collaboration with Vosteed on the Psyop. So the Psyop and the Ticonic are similar looking knives, but that's because they're designed by the same team. So this is Ticonic's first knife that they've released. And I can tell you it is engineered fantastically well. It has great ergonomics if you've got a small to medium sized hand. That's what I really wanted to point out in this video. There are two things about this knife. I love the knife. I think it's a fantastic knife, and I'm going to go over the reasons why. But when it came in, I was a little surprised at its size. That's not a bad thing. I'm just kind of telling you that it's smaller than I thought it would be. And when we get down to measuring it, do some brass tacks on it, you guys will see what I mean. We'll compare it, and that's why I've got the Psyop out here, just to kind of share that with you, along with a couple of other specimens. But what you'll notice about this knife is it is titanium, M390, does not have a flipper tab, does not have a front flipper, just has the deployment hole, which you can thumb flick or reverse flick very easily because the detent is dialed in on this little knife. This knife, and I've been cutting quite a bit with it, but this knife has a compound grind. It's a little bit thicker here at the heel than it is up at the tip. M390 blade steel, stonewashed, and this is the just basic raw tie. You can get this for the same price in a, like, what would you call it? Kind of a checker pattern, not really a frag pattern, but a checker tie. Very similar to the Psyops. This wasn't the contoured scales, the one that had the contour, or the, I don't know what you call it, the little grooves cut in it, whatever you want to call those, milling lines, but they're very broad. But this one is, and it comes in a couple of different colors, a black or the raw tie. I think they've got 4 models of this little guy, and I feel sure that they'll make bigger variations. For my hand, however, it is perfect. It is absolutely enjoyable, carries great, fits my hand. I was a little curious about it because you've got these 2 finger slots here, and then you've got the choil. And for me, I've just come to adapt that grip very easy. It's second nature to me. So for some people, that might not be comfortable. I'm sure if you have bigger hands, because I'm all up in there, and my hands, like I say, it's about 3.5 inches right here. So it's a, I guess you call it a medium to large size hand. But the top liner lock works very well. What you've got is you've got titanium scales, you've got a steel liner with the lock side, and you've got a steel liner on the other side. I've not done a breakdown on this knife yet, but I'm going to, because I'm going to try to do some skiff replacement on it to see if some of my skiffs will fit. I think they will, but it's done very well. And when you look at this, what you got here is, the reason they call it a top liner lock is just like a traditional liner lock, which is down here. This one engages up at the top of the blade, and then you've got this little button or that you push in, and it releases that liner, and the blade swings free, drops shut, just like a Spyderco smock. Very similar to a Spyderco smock, a little bit different because the liner, in my opinion, is thicker on the top liner locks than they are on the smock. But haven't taken it apart and really looked at it, but I will. Like I say, I'm going to break this guy down in an upcoming video and put some skiffs in it, or attempt to. But let's do some cutting with it, because I've cut a lot of material with it paper, cardboard, cat food bags, which are kind of plasticky, and it's performed very well. I haven't used or noticed, I don't know the design or functional element of having this thicker heel, because I just don't know. But it's cool. I'm hitting. Whoops. That's cutter air there, guys. That's not the knife. That's me hitting the choil, not holding it the way I should. And let's see if it'll run through. It's a good cutter. It's not the thinnest knife that I own, but it's got good blade geometry. It's got a very, in my opinion, attractive blade. I love the swedge. Let me get this crap out of the way, or out of frame. I like the swedge on the knife. I like the way the blade looks, and maybe that is the only functional element of that thicker heel. Somebody can leave a comment, let me know. But it looks aggressive. It looks cool. I like the swedge. I like the way the knife's understated. Just the raw tie is what I prefer. I picked this up on Blade Binge. It was an impulse buy when I saw it because I'd always been a fan of the PSYOP. This is my buddy A to Z EDC PSYOP. I did a review on this knife and just really fell in love with it. I think it's a great, great knife. It's also a Tough Knives collaboration. So the PSYOP will kind of be our first size comparison. So any of you guys who have the PSYOP, you'll see that the Ticonic1 is just a smaller, scaled down, different kind of variant, different in the way that the hole's done, more pill-shaped here. You got a different blade, but similar blade. There's a lot of common characteristics, but the PSYOP is, I would say, a medium to large size knife, where I would call this a small to medium, smedium, to quote Christine, Women Carry Knives. Give her a follow if you're not following Women Carry Knives. But she refers to a small medium knife as a smedium. So not really medium, not tiny small like fifth pocket carry, but smedium. So let's look at it next to the Baby Banter. So it's going to be bigger than the Baby Banter. It's going to be about a 1/4 inch longer than the Mini Bug Out. It's going to be shorter than the Mini Arius. And right about the same length, maybe a 1/16 of an inch shorter than the Mini Sweeney, which means this little guy comes in at 6 3/4 inches overall. Your interior grip dimension is 4 1/8, or 4 1/4. Nope, 4 1/8 from here to here. Okay? If you look at the inside grip, you're at 3 1/8 from here to here. Well, sometimes I usually hold the knife here or like this. You know, I don't think or can't see where I'd ever hold the knife like that. Nice jimping on the blade. Great clip. The clip looks good and functions in and out of pocket very, very well. Let's grab our calipers. And you'll see that this is a little bit thicker blade. 0.1610. Behind the edge here at the heel, 0.0215. Up here at the belly, 0.0205, 0.019590, right in there. So a little thinner at the tip. Again, it gets thicker here. And then the handle thickness, I have a feeling we're going to be right around 1/2 inch. Very close, 0.496. So right around 1/2 inch exactly. I really like the knife. I would just say anyone looking at the Ticonics, they have them in stock on Ticonic's website, which is why this knife's so confusing, because these are the Ticonic knives is the model name, and the company RS Blade Works or RS Knife Works and Tough Knives is Ticonic, right? That's their brand. But this says Ticonic1, so I'm going to just assume that that's the name of this knife. 3.6 ounces for a titanium liner lock. Works for me, right? Feels like a comparable or capable tool, not light, no blade rock, no up and down, no side to side. It's just a great little knife, unless you've got a big hand. I would think it would then become problematic. But like I say, it's a delight to carry. It checks all the boxes in terms of cutting tasks for what I use, which is cutting into Amazon packages, cutting paper therapeutically, cutting into cat food bags, cutting into paracord if I'm tying some stuff down, just your basic stuff, right? But this little guy did the job. I really like it. I enjoy carrying it. I enjoy fidgeting with it. I like the fact that it's a flipper, blade hole only, and I'm a big fan. And this is the Ticonic1 to the best of my knowledge. And guys, I want to thank you for taking the time to check it out. If you're so inclined, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon down there. If you're so inclined, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.